Hey boys and girls, I just wanted to go over some of the things that we're going to be doing while we're apart. We're going to be working out of our Simple Solutions reading book. You'll also be doing some work out of your Simple Solutions math book, and I'm going to be sharing some stories with you from our whole group reading, and you'll also be doing just a little work in your journals. First of all, I'll go over what your assignments are for this week from your Simple Solutions reading. We've been studying about seasons. You're going to do some work with seasons and how it is that trees make their own food. We're going to be doing some reading of words, some changing beginning sounds to make some rhyming words, looking for high frequency words. Then you're going to have a reading passage that you're going to have to identify the setting. You're also going to have to look back for some details in that story. You're going to have one about weather and the kinds of clothing that you would wear in different types of weather. You're going to be looking for that title, and if you'll remember, we've talked lots about titles this year, and titles can always be found at the top of the story, or you can find them on the front of your book if you're just reading a book. And remember, titles start with capital letters. You're also going to be reading about the wind, and we read a whole entire unit about the wind. So we're going to do some work here with the wind. And it's going to ask you some questions, some comprehension questions about the wind. More work with high frequency words and reading words to or seeing a picture and then identifying the word that matches that picture. More work with rhyming. Then you're going to do a piece on precipitation. And if you will remember, we've talked about precipitation, and that's just water that falls from the sky. And it can be in many forms. It can be in rain. It can also be in hail, sleet, or snow, depending upon the temperature. So you're going to answer some questions about precipitation. Then we're going to do some work on syllables. And if you will remember, syllables was word parts, we also called it. And we practiced syllables by placing our fingertips under our chin. And we could do this one together. This one is tree. How many times did your chin push your fingertips down? You'll just circle the number that shows how many syllables are in that word. This would be a fun activity to practice with things that you see around your home, because we did need some more work on syllables. You're going to do some more high frequency word work. You're going to do some long A, and remember, long vowels just say their name. We're also going to put in missing sounds that we find in words. And then you're going to read a section about rain. It's going to ask you some questions about the setting. They're also going to ask you to find some short O words. And remember, O is ah, like on our Fox card. Then you're going to read words that are short O words and match them to their picture. Then you're going to have another section that you are doing some comprehension questions about. And that's going to be, you're going to have to use a little bit about what you know about seasons and the months of the year to help you answer some of those questions. And if you would, as you finish these pages, or if you want to wait till the end of the week, if you'll just send me the pages that you have actually had to do the work on, you can send those to me through a picture. I'll be glad to give you some feedback. And if anytime while you're working, if you come across something that you need help with, just send me a message on Remind or through an email, and I'll be glad to answer those questions. Then you'll do a section on snow. More work on capital letters, short U words, and character feelings. More work with high frequency words, long vowel sounds, syllables, rhyming words. And then you're going to get to a section about animals, how they adapt. In this section, it's going to ask you some things about migrating. And remember, migrating was just when an animal moves from one place to another, like we read about Humphrey and how he migrated during the seasons, how the seasons changed and how whales move from warmer places to cooler places. We've also read about birds, how they migrate. You're also going to find in this section about hibernating. We've talked just a little about hibernating, and hibernating is when an animal just goes into a deep sleep through like the winter season. And what we've talked about is a bear, how it hibernates. And then adapting, how an animal can change to make it living in one place easier.